Every government has propaganda, just so you know. Canada, one of its big ones is universal health care for everyone. No, all you have to do is talk to the parent of an autistic child, and they'll tell you it's not like that. Talk to someone who's disabled, like myself, and they'll tell you that's a crock of shit. And there's this other thing which constantly says that Canada is a great place to live, and in a lot of ways it can be. But it hasn't been for about the last 50 years, because much like down in the United States, there has been a concerted effort by conservatives to remove the middle class. So people from my generation, who grew up basically expecting to be able to become adults, have family, have a house, kids, got to watch all of that disappear before their eyes. Our children are the ones complaining that they won't ever have a chance to do that sort of thing, without realizing that they're lamenting a dream that they never really had. They're lamenting their parents' dream, because they grew up in a generation where parents were living with grandparents, kids were living with parents, etc., etc. Meanwhile, it turns out that 2/5 of all people who emigrate or attempt to emigrate into Canada are considering going back where they came from. And that's because it's not as easy in Canada as the propaganda would have you believe. There is a very high unemployment rate. There is an absolutely dismal set of environmental laws. There's the bogus universal health care, which doesn't include your eyes or your teeth, just so you know. So it's not that universal. And there's all sorts of other things I could get into. But what it comes down to is no country lives up to its propaganda shit. And Canada is failing just as much as every other country. And frankly, anyone who emigrates into Canada, they're going to deal with a lot of bigotry. Because Canada isn't the cultural melting pot that they like to claim 40 years ago. Ask any Jew.